Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today, inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies who value their unique skills. Serving in the military is the ultimate heavy lift. In the construction world, there's one global leader in engineering, lifting solutions, designing, building, and servicing cranes of every size and virtually every imaginable project. What's their name? Manitowoc, an iconic American company whose legacy is inseparable from the crane industry itself. Their motto, build something real.
Build something real is all about how we really participate in the real world. Everyone's talking about AI, innovation, the internet, Internet of Things. Frankly, we're just the opposite of that. We're into building the infrastructure and the communities of tomorrow. Confidence is everything in the crane business. If you can imagine sitting in a crane and picking up 300 tons, you want to be confident that you're going to be able to do the lift. So our mission is to have the highest confidence of our customers. Safety is the most critical element of the crane industry. And this is where I think confidence really comes in, not just for our employees, but also the folks that are using those cranes. What we really need are strong leaders who can really come to the table, work as a team, focus on safety and executing projects. Anyone who's been through the military, they've had the right training that would be a big part of the things that we try to do. Just the skill set alone and the things that the military has trained veterans is a huge plus for Manitowoc.
I come from a long line of Navy veterans and Marine veterans, and I went to school at Penn State Mont Alto and took an ROTC course. And during that, my instructors really honed in on duty, honor, and integrity, and I was missing that in my life, and it was something that I felt a call to, so I enlisted in the Army Reserves and then transferred to the National Guard. I'm an HR representative for MGX and Aspen Equipment, which is a subsidiary of the Manitowoc Company. My position here is the chair for our VERGE, which is our Veteran Employee Resource Group, to create an inclusive environment where our veterans feel supported both professionally and personally. The impact for our veteran community here has been amazing. They feel like they've been seen, they're heard, they can use their unique skills and assets to help better their careers here with the company, as well as finding that brotherhood that they seek whenever they're transitioning out of military service.
My job in the Army was, wheel mechanic. We worked on anything that had wheels. Even if it was a track vehicle, generator, didn't matter. If it had an engine, we worked on it. The decision to leave the Army is I wanted to be home for my family. Wanted to come home and be a dad and be a husband, and then try new things, and see where life would take me next. Here at MGX, at this facility, we service all the vehicles, and then we also build them from scratch. Number one is safety, making sure everybody's going home the same way they came. We need strong leaders, and I know the military provides pretty good ones. We're all willing to work with each other, help train each other, build each other up, make sure that, we're all hopefully showing the best version of ourselves every day.
I joined the Army because I feel everyone should serve if they can. I jumped out, played with the parachute. Did not want to jump out without one, but when I first got out, I bounced around between jobs. Worked in the factory, I did plumbing for a while. So I went back to college and got a degree in IT. I would say this is a good place to grow. It's a good career. The company itself is family oriented. You can grow here.
I served in the Army in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard for a total of 6 years. I joined mostly because my grandfather was a Marine. He fought in the Korean War, and then after 9/11, I just felt a call to service. I deployed to Baghdad. I was there for about a year. My desire to enlist was to serve my country in the best way possible, and I think that I accomplished that by going to Iraq and serving my country in that way. The easiest way to transition is to just go to work in law enforcement after the military. But after I did that for about 7 years, I realized that one stressful job leading to another stressful job just kind of accumulated too much stress. Went back to college and got a degree in accounting. There's a lot of different skills that translate from the military to this line of work. working on the cranes, building the cranes. We have welders and paint shops. You can do engineering. The culture here is very veteran-oriented. There's a lot of training that goes into building these things in a safe manner so that we can all go home at the end of the day having done our job and be safe doing it.
So when we're looking for field service folks, we're really looking for the MacGyvers of the world. And this is what I think is so interesting about the military, because folks get to work with so much different equipment, and our equipment's very unique. When you look at some of our machines, you're dealing with electrical issues, diesel issues, hydraulic issues, and software issues. I think that Manitowoc is a perfect location for veterans. First of all, we welcome everybody with open arms. We're looking for family members. We're looking for leaders. We need more leaders. We want to grow. We're looking for folks to be here for the long term. Folks who stay for a year, they normally stay the rest of their careers. When I first joined Manitowoc, our VP of sales told me, once cranes get in your blood, you never leave.